Okay, let's get into your reading, Leo. This reached you tonight, and that alone is a sign. Someone is going to come forward towards you. I really feel here that the Four of Wands is showing certainty. Someone here is coming to you with extreme certainty that you are the one for them, that they want to progress things along with you. And I want you to really sit with that word certainty for a second before we go any further, because certainty is rare, loves. Most people who come toward you come with a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of testing the water first. This person is not doing that. This person already knows. And knowing at this level, loves, doesn't come from a few weeks of infatuation. It comes from watching someone long enough to be completely sure of what you're seeing. This person has felt so much towards you from the very, very beginning of having known you. This person feels like you are the one for them, that you are the one they want to grow old with, they want to build with, they want to be with, they want to have a life with, they want to progress things with you. They feel like you are the one for them, that you are their person. They feel so much certainty in the fact that you are literally the person for them that they don't think otherwise. And I know some of you reading this have carried real disappointment before, loves. Moments where you thought someone felt the same way and then watched it quietly fizzle out into nothing. This reading is not that. This energy is different, and I need you to feel that difference as you hear this. Not because I'm just saying it to make you feel good, loves, but because the cards themselves are showing me something distinctly different this time. Okay, I am telling you with so much certainty, if you are here, this is for you. Like I am telling you, I have manifested that this reading would only find you if it is meant for you. And that is not a small claim to make, loves. But I stand behind it fully because the energy around this table tonight was unmistakable. Some readings feel scattered, loves, pieces that don't quite connect. This one didn't feel like that at all. Every single card lined up. And that alignment, loves, is exactly why I want you to trust this one fully. The Four of Wands is also showing 1111. I know that you've been seeing 1111, repeating ones everywhere. Okay, whether it's 111, 1111, or 1111, you have been seeing repeating ones. I know that you have, and you know what this means. Someone here is going to confess their feelings and emotions for you, and I want you to actually feel that for a second before we move on. A confession, not a hint, not a maybe, not a slow fade into something undefined. A real spoken confession of feelings and emotions. And I want to be honest with you about how rare that actually is, loves. Most people never get real words. They get half answers, mixed signals, someone leaving them to guess. You are not getting that. You are getting a real spoken truth. And after everything, loves, you deserve exactly that. Not less than that. Not a watered down version of that. Because what I say comes out on the cards. And that is how much I believe in my ability to read tarot. Energy is so, so powerful. I am not just saying this. I am saying this because it is meant for you. It is supposed to be for you. And when it happens for you, you will understand. And understanding, when it comes, tends to arrive quietly, loves. Not with fireworks in the moment, but with a settling, a recognition that says, oh, this is what everyone meant all along. Because the Page of Pentacles here shows this person sees so much of your worth and your value. They feel so connected to you. They feel so drawn to you. They really appreciate you. They feel like your energy is so, so powerful. And this person is going to literally come to you and admit their feelings for you. And I want you to know something about what it means when the Page of Pentacles carries this energy. This is not a fleeting attraction. This is someone who has actually studied you, who has watched the way you move through your life, the way you treat people, the way you show up, and what they've seen has only made them surer. Which means every single day you've simply been yourself, loves. You were unknowingly building the exact case that led them here. No performance required, loves. Just you being consistently, genuinely yourself. I want you to claim this, okay? Claim this reading. Claim this message. They are going to come to you and express and admit their feelings and love for you. And I want to be clear about what claiming actually means here, loves. It is not asking the universe for something that isn't already yours. It is simply agreeing with what the cards have already confirmed. Comment down below. And it's a really interesting one because I feel like the affirmation should be something like, they love me. But it's really interesting because I feel here there's something about 1111. And 1111 is not a random number, loves. It is the number of alignment, of gateways opening, of the universe confirming something is about to shift. So when it shows up around this exact confession, it is not decoration. It is a signature. Think of it like a watermark, loves. Proof stamped quietly onto this exact moment, confirming that everything unfolding here is real and intentional. And signatures like this don't lie, loves. They simply show up quietly, confirming what was already true. Their confession comes at like 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. whenever you're watching this. Whatever day you're watching it on, at some point, whenever they express their feelings to you, could be in one day, could be in 1 week, could be in 1 month. Whenever they confess their feelings, pay attention to the time. And I want to say something about this waiting window, loves. However long it ends up taking within that range, it does not mean anything went wrong. It simply means the moment is still gathering itself, the way anything real takes exactly as long as it takes. It will be around 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. I'm just telling you that, okay? But I want you to claim the energy by commenting down below, they love me. Okay, they love me. Like this video, make sure you are subscribed. You must be subscribed. And I want to say why the claiming actually matters here, loves. It is not just a comment for the sake of a comment. When you speak a thing into being, you align your own energy with it. You stop waiting passively and start participating in what's already moving toward you. So don't skip that step, loves. Type the words. Mean them. Energy is energy. I always manifest tenfold abundance to anyone that is interacting with the readings. And I mean that literally, loves. The energy you put into engaging with something honest tends to circle back multiplied. But also, when you are interacting, right, it's energy. So in order to receive, be willing to give. So this week, loves, give a little more freely than usual. A kind word, a small favor, a moment of real attention for someone who needs it. That giving is not separate from what's coming to you. It is part of what makes room for it. So let this week be a little more generous than usual, loves. The universe notices this person is going to come forward towards you, okay? And they're going to confess. And look at that. You got the angel energy here, but also the Empress. The Four of Wands. Okay, first and foremost, you've got angel energy here with the Four of Wands, which I can't stop looking at. And I mean that literally, loves. This card sits on the table glowing brighter than the others around it, the way a card does when it's carrying something true. Angel energy around a certainty card is the universe practically underlining this for you. And then also the Empress ruled by Venus. Very powerful. It's all to do with love, beauty, family, also fertility as well. I feel like this person wants to settle down. I feel like this person is finally ready for some kind of commitment, and readiness like that doesn't happen overnight, loves. It builds slowly, quietly, until one day a person simply knows they're done waiting on themselves. And that is also why they want to really convey across to you, number one, how much they value you. Number two, also really just loving you, appreciating your beauty, your kindness, your care, your generosity, your sweetness. And I want you to notice how specific that list is. Loves, beauty, kindness, care, generosity, sweetness. Not one generic compliment thrown your way. This person has actually cataloged the things about you that make you you. The Empress also really represents love and happiness and fulfillment, but also represents the fact that they are ready now to settle down. They want to have, a relationship. They want to have a marriage. They want to have family. They may want to have children here. They really want to have everything. And they want to really build with you. They want to grow with you. They want to progress things along with you. They want to make everything work with you. And that phrase, make everything work, carries real weight here, loves. Because some people want the easy parts of a relationship without wanting the actual work of one. This person is showing you the opposite. They are ready for the whole thing. The easy days and the harder ones too, especially because the Chariot here really represents the fact that they want to come to you. The Chariot, they want to progress things with you. They are now ready to take that next step, that leap of faith that they were once very scared to do. And I want to honor that fear for a moment, loves, because fear like that doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from somewhere real, somewhere that hurt them before. And yet here they are, moving forward anyway. That is not nothing. That is courage wearing a quiet face. And quiet courage, loves, is still courage. Sometimes it's the most real kind there is, because nobody's clapping for it while it happens, especially with the Nine of Pentacles, right? The Nine of Pentacles. They see your value. They know that you are kind. They know how much you give. They know how much you do. They know how much you are always willing to invest in situations. They feel like you are someone that is very special, that they cannot let go of. Letting go of someone like you would be a very big mistake, would be a big issue, would be a major problem. They feel like your energy is so powerful, so strong, and so beautiful. And I want you to really receive that, loves, because so many of you have spent so long wondering if anyone truly saw what you carry. This person sees it clearly, completely. And being seen like that, loves, after wondering for so long if anyone truly noticed, is its own kind of healing, separate even from whatever comes next. Hold on to that peace specifically, loves. Whatever happens after this, you were truly seen. And nothing can take that peace away from you now, loves. Not time, not distance, not doubt, especially because we have got here the Ace of Cups and also the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here really represent love, happiness, respect, joy, satisfaction. But also the Ace of Cups really resembles the fact that they feel like you are the one. You are the one. And I want you to sit with those 4 words for a moment, loves, because they are not casual words. They carry a whole decision inside them. A decision this person has already quietly made. And I want to add one more layer here before we move forward, because 2 aces landing side by side like this is genuinely one of the rarer combinations I see at this table. Most readings show one energy building while another lags behind. Here, both are lit at the exact same time, which tells me this isn't a slow unfolding anymore. It's a single complete moment about to happen. And I want you to imagine that moment for a second, loves. Not a slow drip of small hints over months, but one real conversation where everything gets said at once. The feelings, the readiness, the whole truth arriving together, Can you picture it yet, loves? A quiet moment, maybe over coffee, maybe in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday, and suddenly the air shifts, and everything you've wondered about finally gets answered at once. Not a text message you have to interpret, loves. Not a status you have to guess at. Real words, spoken directly to you. Okay, so this person is going to admit their love towards you because they are so sure about you. I feel like in the past they've been in relationships that were really difficult, and they would express their love so quickly, and then the person would take them for granted. The other person would hurt them, and they would feel like, oh my God, I did it too quickly. And I want to honor how much that past pain shaped them, loves. Getting hurt after moving too fast doesn't just create caution. It creates a whole new relationship with vulnerability itself. And this person did the hard work of rebuilding that relationship before ever bringing it to you. So they've always felt like, I need to be 100% sure before I fully commit and also express my feelings. It's almost like, this person not only expresses their love for you, but also wants to commit to you at a very similar time. And it's because they want to be 100% sure, and they don't want to rush things until they fully know. And that is why things may have been a little bit slow in this connection, because they wanted to be 100% sure of your character with consistency, right? They were paying attention to aspects of your consistency, aspects of your character, to see if both aligned and if both were consistent with one another. And I want to say something gently here, loves. Some of you have felt frustrated by the slowness, wondering why it took this long. I understand that frustration completely, but slow in this case was never distance. It was diligence. And diligence in matters of the heart, loves, is one of the most underrated forms of love there is. It looks quiet from the outside, but underneath, it is someone protecting the very thing they're building toward. And now that protection has done its job, loves, it's finally ready to be spoken out loud. Because one thing I see for sure is that this person has in the past rushed things, and then they have regretted things because they've gotten hurt. So in this situation, they've wanted to take things slower. And by taking things slower, it's given them a better sense of peace, a better peace of mind, I would say. And it's also not made them feel as overwhelmed, because they've then thought to themselves, okay, like, you are very loving, you're kind, you really are the one. You're so sweet, you're so generous, you're so loving, you inspire me. I want to build with you, I want to grow with you. You are so emotionally amazing, mature, respectful. You are the person, okay? And I want to point out something, loves. Every single word in that description is about who you are as a person, not what you look like, not what you can offer materially. Your character, your maturity, your kindness. This is someone who fell for the actual you. And I want you to feel the difference that makes, loves. Being wanted for a curated version of yourself is exhausting. You have to keep performing it. Being wanted for the real, unfiltered version of you means you never have to perform at all. Just be, loves. That has always been enough. Not only now do I know that I absolutely love you, but I also want to commit to you. Both seem to happen at the same time because you've got two aces. Two aces, right? Two aces don't always happen at the same time, okay? Let's be very honest about that. They don't always happen at the same time. They do happen at the same time here, and they are going to take this action towards you, knowing and admitting their feelings and emotions towards you, knowing that they are also then ready to commit to you. So I think that that is really fascinating, okay? And honestly, loves, in all my years reading cards, I don't see this particular combination often, confession and commitment landing in the exact same breath. Usually one arrives first and the other takes its own separate time to catch up. Not here. They're about to come forward. They're about to admit this. They're about to express this to you because they are 100% ready at this very point, at this very stage in their life of wanting this to be the case and wanting this to happen with you, towards you, and for you. They feel so connected, so drawn, so appreciative of your energy, of how incredible you are, of how sweet you are. And they really feel like you have so much to give, and you have so much goodness and so much kindness and so much stability to offer. And they feel like you probably wouldn't do them wrong. And that trust matters more than almost anything else in this reading, loves. Trust is not handed out casually by someone who's been hurt before. It is earned slowly, and you have earned it without even trying, simply by being consistent. And consistency, loves, is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It just shows up day after day until someone finally notices how rare it actually is. And I want to answer something before we get to the signs, because I know some of you are wondering why now? Why after all this waiting? And the answer is simple, loves. It took this long because they needed to be sure, not because you weren't enough. The timing was never about your worth. It was about their own readiness finally catching up to what they already felt. And if you've spent any of this waiting period wondering what you did wrong, loves, I want that thought released completely right now. You didn't do anything wrong. You were simply loving someone who needed time to become brave enough to love you back out loud. And that bravery, loves, is not small. It takes real courage to hand your heart to someone after it's already been broken once. This person found that courage, and they found it because of you. Not because time simply passed, loves, but because something about you specifically made the risk feel worth taking again. Now, if you are looking for a sign as to how this connects to your reading, honestly, 1111, okay, 111. If you see repeating ones, because look what we have here, number 1. Okay, aces are number 1. So if you see 11 or 111, it is such a big sign, okay? Or 111, for example, is a big sign that is connected to this reading to tell you that the universe is literally saying, hey, look, this reading is for you. This is literally for you. This is happening to you, whether you fully believe it yet or not. This is going to come to you and progress towards you. Okay, I am not even joking. It is such an amazing, amazing sign. And I want you to start a small habit starting tonight, loves. Every time you glance at a clock, just notice. You might be surprised how often 1111 finds you once you actually start looking for it. And I've had so many people come back and tell me this exact thing, loves, once they knew to watch for it. It seemed to appear everywhere, on receipts, on clocks, on license plates driving right past them. Before we get to the final affirmation, I want to leave you with 3 small things to hold on to. The first, do not chase this. The cards are clear that this person is already moving toward you on their own, and reaching for it before it arrives can only slow what's already in motion. Let them come. And I know that's hard, loves, especially after waiting this long. But the 4 of Wands showed certainty on their side. Not maybe, not almost. Certainty. You don't have to manufacture what's already solid. The second, when 1111 starts showing up, pause and actually notice it. Don't just scroll past it. A clock, a receipt, a license plate. Let it land as the confirmation it is, rather than a coincidence you talk yourself out of. A small notebook, or even just your phone notes app, loves. Jot down each time you see it. By the time this actually happens, you'll have a whole trail of proof leading right up to the moment. And the third, when the confession does come, receive it fully. Don't rush to figure out where it's headed before you've even let the words settle. You've waited through the slowness. You're allowed to enjoy the arrival. And a 4th thing, loves. Don't let the doubting voice in your head talk you out of this before it's even happened. Some of you have already started bracing for disappointment, already rehearsing reasons this won't actually happen. Set that voice down for now. It was built to protect you from being hurt again, and I understand why it exists, but it doesn't need to work overtime tonight. You can thank that voice for trying to protect you, loves, and still politely ask it to sit down for a while. This reading is not asking you to abandon your discernment. It is asking you to let this specific moment be met with hope instead of preemptive grief. And I am telling you, the fact that we have so many references to the number 1, I'm telling you, put yourself first. And I mean that in the fullest sense, loves. Not selfishly, but as the foundation everything else in this reading is built on. You cannot fully receive a love like this if you are still shrinking yourself to make room for other people's comfort. This season asks you to take up your full space, without apology, without shrinking. Let this person come to you. They're going to confess. They're going to express. They're going to commit, okay? They're going to confess. They're going to express. They're going to commit. In fact, comment that down below as well, okay? That's an amazing affirmation. They're going to commit. They're going to express. They're going to confess. And I want you to really let those 3 words settle, loves. Confess, express, commit. Not one of them without the others. The whole picture arriving together. And I want to say one more thing about affirmations in general, loves. The words you repeat to yourself become the frame you view your life through. So choose this frame on purpose every single day until it happens. And it is happening, loves. The cards were unmistakably clear about that tonight. So hold on to that clarity, loves, especially on the days your mind tries to talk you out of it. And before the final message, I pulled a few more confirmations for you, loves, because I wanted you to have every piece of proof possible. The 2 of Cups, mutual, equal, balanced. This is not one person pursuing while you sit uncertain. This is 2 people meeting each other at the same height, at the same time. And that equality matters so much here, loves, because some of you have only known love that felt lopsided, where you gave more than you received. This card promises the opposite. And next, the angel card sitting behind the 4 of Wands itself. Divine timing, loves. A message that says this is not random luck. This is a moment being carefully orchestrated on your behalf. The angel does not appear for small things. It appears when something sacred is unfolding. And sacred is the right word here, loves. Because what's forming between the 2 of you is not something either of you could have rushed or forced. And next, the 6 of Wands. Recognition, victory, something coming out into the open where others can finally see it. This confession is not going to stay quiet or private forever, loves. It is going to be something real, something visible, something people around you notice too. And that visibility matters, loves, because some of you have only ever known love kept quiet, love that stayed hidden or half explained to the people around you. This is the opposite. This is a love that gets to stand in daylight. And standing in daylight, loves, means you never have to explain away the silences or make excuses for someone who won't claim you openly. And one more. The Star. Hope confirmed, loves. Every quiet moment you spent wondering if this would ever actually happen. Every time you almost gave up hoping and then didn't. The Star says you were right to keep believing. Your intuition was never wrong. And I want you to remember this moment specifically, loves. The next time your intuition tries to tell you something and the doubting part of your mind tries to argue back. And one more. The Sun. Pure, uncomplicated joy sitting underneath all of this. Whatever this becomes, it is not shadowed by confusion or doubt. It is lit, loves. Plainly, warmly lit. And I want you to notice how many cards in this entire spread carry light in them, loves. The angel energy in the 4 of Wands, the radiance of the Empress, the pure sunlight of this final card. There is no shadow hiding anywhere in this reading. Not one single dark card in the whole spread. And in all the years I've done this, loves, a spread this consistently bright is genuinely rare and it deserves to be trusted. And one more thing before we close, loves. Pay attention to your own body in the days leading up to this. A lightness in your chest. A strange sense of anticipation you can't quite explain. That feeling is not random. It is your own intuition, already sensing what the cards just confirmed. Trust that feeling when it shows up, loves. Your body often knows things long before your mind catches up to them, which would probably explain why I wasn't 100% sure about the other affirmation, because I was like, there's probably a better one. And I think this is the better affirmation. Okay, this is your reading, and I mean that fully, loves. Not a generic reading that could apply to anyone. This one was built card by card, layer by layer, specifically for the energy you brought with you tonight. And that is why the details in here felt so precise, loves. The timing, the number, the exact shape of the hesitation before it. A generic reading doesn't land this specifically. This one did. So trust it, loves. Not blindly, but with the same quiet confidence the cards themselves are showing you. There is nothing left in this reading held back, loves. Every card, every sign, every affirmation has been laid out plainly, so you walk away holding the whole truth of it. So let me lay this all out one final time, loves, slowly, so it settles into your bones. Someone is coming forward with certainty. The Four of Wands confirmed it. The Page of Pentacles showed them seeing your worth. The Empress showed them ready to settle down and build a real life with you. The Chariot showed them finally taking the leap they were once scared to take. The Nine of Pentacles showed them recognizing exactly how special you are. And the two Aces, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, showed love and commitment arriving at the very same moment. And the Two of Cups confirmed the mutuality of it. The Six of Wands confirmed the visibility of it. And the Sun confirmed the pure, uncomplicated joy underneath all of it. And the Angel and the Star, the two quiet confirmations pulled alongside them, showed divine timing and hope finally rewarded. Every single card, loves, pointing at the exact same truth from a slightly different angle. The reason it took this long was never about you. It was about them needing to be sure, taking things slowly so they wouldn't repeat old mistakes, wouldn't rush into something and get hurt again. And now, loves, they are finally fully ready. And I want you to carry that sentence with you after this reading ends, loves. The timing was never a rejection. It was preparation, and preparation season is officially over. There is nothing left to wait for, loves. The waiting already did its work. Watch for 1111. Watch for 111. And when this confession comes, whether it's in a day, a week, or a month, receive it fully, because you have absolutely earned this. And to whoever is reading this and still doubting whether it applies to them, loves, I want to say this clearly one more time. This reading found you, not by accident, on purpose. Out of every video available to press play on tonight, loves, you chose this one, or it chose you, and either way, that is not something to brush past lightly. Energy like this does not find people randomly, loves. It finds the ones it was built for. And you, loves, are exactly who this was built for tonight, on purpose. And while you wait for it to arrive, loves, here is what I want you to do. Keep living fully. Keep laughing with your friends. Keep showing up for your own life. Keep being exactly who you already are. Because the person this confession is coming from fell for you exactly as you are right now, not a version of you sitting by the phone waiting. So book the dinner with your friends, loves. Take the trip. Finish the project you've been putting off. Let this reading be the thing that lives quietly in the back of your mind, not the thing that takes over the front of it. And one last thought before we close, loves. Someday, whenever this confession does arrive, this exact night is going to drift back to you, the night you sat here wondering if any of this was real, not knowing they were already on their way toward you. And you're going to smile at how much you worried, the way we always do once life has finally answered the question. Don't forget to like, comment, of course subscribe, claim the reading, and of course take care of yourself. And remember, loves, whatever timeline this unfolds on, the certainty was never in question. Only the timing was. Bye, loves.